You are born in a village near the West African coast. The year is somewhere in the early 1700s. No one in your village writes dates, so time is measured by rains and harvests. The air smells of wet earth and palm smoke. Your mother wraps you in rough cloth. Your father is already tired from the fields. You grow up surrounded by thick forests and red dirt paths. Children run between mud huts. Women pound grain with wooden pestles. Men repair fishing nets near the river. Your world is small. You learn to carry water before you learn to run. The clay jar cuts into your shoulder. Your feet harden against the hot ground. Food is never certain. Some seasons the harvest is strong. Other years the rains fail and stomachs stay tight with hunger. At night the elders tell stories near the fire. Spirits of the forest, ancestors who guide the living, warriors who defended the village generations ago. You sleep listening to drums echo through the dark trees. You believe the world ends at the edge of the forest. Then the raids begin. At first they are rumors. Villages burned far away, people disappearing in the night, traders bringing strange metal weapons. The elders become quieter. Men start carrying spears even when walking to the fields. You are about 12 when it happens. The dogs begin barking before sunrise. Then the screaming starts. Men rush into the village wearing unfamiliar clothes. Some carry muskets. Others hold ropes and iron shackles. Smoke fills the air as huts burn. Your father grabs a spear and runs toward the noise. You never see him again. Hands grab your arms from behind. Rough rope cuts into your wrists. Around you, children cry. Women struggle. Anyone who fights is beaten with sticks. You are forced to march. The line of captives grows with every village passed along the dirt road. Some collapse from exhaustion. They are left behind. You walk for days. Your ankles bleed from the rope binding everyone together. The guards shout in languages you do not understand. Eventually, the smell of the ocean appears before you see it. Salt, rotting fish, smoke. The coastline is crowded with wooden forts built by foreign traders. Pale-skinned men move through the compound like owners of the world. You are pushed into a stone enclosure. The dungeon is dark and wet. Chains rattle constantly. Dozens of people are packed together. Sweat and sickness fill the air until breathing becomes difficult. Some prisoners whisper prayers. Others stare silently at the walls. Days pass, maybe weeks. Food is thrown into the room like scraps for animals. People fight over handfuls of grain. Then one morning the gates open. You are marched toward the shore. The ship waiting in the harbor looks like a floating monster. Tall masts, black hull, sails like giant wings. You smell something worse than the dungeon. Death. You are forced up a narrow plank. Iron shackles snap around your ankles. Below the deck there is almost no light. Rows of bodies lie pressed together on wooden boards. Barely enough room to move. Chains connect everyone. The hatch closes above you. The ship begins to move. The voyage across the Atlantic lasts months. The darkness never leaves. People cough constantly. Disease spreads quickly in the heat. Some prisoners scream until their voices disappear. Others refuse food and slowly die. When someone dies, their body stays beside you until the guards drag it away. Sometimes the crew opens the hatch and forces everyone onto the deck. Fresh air burns your lungs. Those too weak to stand are thrown into the sea. Sharks follow the ship. You learn quickly that survival means silence. You survive the crossing. Many do not. When land finally appears, the survivors are skeletal. The ship docks on an island in the Caribbean. The sun feels different here, harsher, heavy with heat. You are washed with seawater and rubbed with oil to make your skin look healthier. Buyers gather on the dock. You are placed on a wooden platform. Men examine your teeth like you are livestock. They squeeze your arms, check your back for scars. Money changes hands. You are sold. Your new world is a sugar plantation. The fields stretch endlessly under the burning sun. Tall stalks of cane slice the skin like knives. The overseer carries a whip made of braided leather. You wake before sunrise every day. Chains no longer bind your legs, but guards watch constantly. You cut cane until your hands blister. The sharp leaves carve thin red lines across your arms and face. The work never slows. Sugar must be harvested quickly before it rots. The air smells sweet and rotten at the same time. At night, you collapse into a wooden barracks with dozens of others. Some people whisper about escape. Most know it is impossible. The jungle beyond the plantation hides snakes, insects, and patrols of armed men. The first punishment you witness happens within your first month. A man collapses in the field from exhaustion. The overseer orders him to stand. He cannot. The whip cracks across his back again and again until the skin opens. You learn something important. Pain is normal here. Years pass. Your body grows stronger but harder. Your back carries scars from punishments for working too slowly. You watch new ships arrive every season, bringing more captives. Few live long. Sugar plantations consume people like fire consumes wood. Some slaves try to escape. Most are caught. The punishment is public. Whipping, branding, sometimes hanging. The message is clear. You belong to the plantation. 1 year a hurricane arrives without warning. The sky turns black by afternoon. Wind tears through the cane fields like a giant hand. Buildings collapse. Rain floods everything. For a moment, chaos replaces control. Some slaves run into the jungle. You consider it. But you have seen what happens to those who fail. You stay. After the storm, the plantation rebuilds. The work becomes even harder. Your body begins to break down in your 30s. Your knees ache constantly from years of cutting cane. A fever spreads through the barracks one summer. People cough blood. Many die within days. You survive again. Survival begins to feel like punishment. New generations grow up in the barracks. Children born into slavery who have never seen another world. You teach them small things. How to avoid the overseer's anger. How to hide pain. How to survive another day. But time is relentless. One afternoon, the heat becomes unbearable. Your vision blurs while cutting cane. You try to keep swinging the blade. Your arms stop responding. You collapse into the dirt between the stalks. The overseer shouts. The whip cracks near your head. But your body cannot move. For the first time since childhood, the world becomes quiet. Your life ends in the field where you spent most of it. Your body is carried away before sunset. No grave marker is placed. No name recorded. Just another worker replaced by the next ship. Your life in numbers is simple. Born free for about 12 years. Enslaved for more than 25. Thousands of days cutting sugarcane. Hundreds of scars. Countless people lost to disease, violence, and exhaustion. What did you gain? You survived longer than many. What did you lose? Your homeland, your family, your freedom, your name. Empires grew rich from the sugar you cut. Cities across the ocean sweetened their tea with it. They never saw the fields. They never heard the whip. They never smelled the sweat and blood beneath the sweetness. You wanted only a life. This is what the world decided it was worth. If this story stayed with you, remember the cost of comfort. Because somewhere in history, someone always paid the price for it.